Editing is one of the most important aspects of filmmaking. It can manipulate a scene to change what the audience sees and when. According to Barson and Mirren, editing is the process of selecting, arranging, and assembling the essential components of a movie, visual, sound, and special effects, to tell a story in a unique way. A movie that relies heavily on the film editor is Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey, which often utilizes editing techniques to tell the story rather than the outright dialogue. The movie begins by following two rival ape tribes and shows the original discovery of weapons, and then jumps millions of years into the future, showing a spacecraft on its way to Mars. These two examples of new technology are described only through editing, without any dialogue to provide commentary or clarification for these scenes. One type of editing used in the film is continuity editing, which aims to tell the story as clearly and efficiently as possible. In contrast, Kubrick also uses discontinuity editing, which uses transitions that are not continuous or coherent. Both of these types of editing are seen in the opening Dawn of Man sequence and its transition into the following scenes. In the opening sequence, each shot leads to the other, and the whole sequence takes place over a short period of time. We see the apes fighting over the watering hole, and then we see them fearing the rival tribe that threw them out. These shots are coherent as they directly relate to each other, and the audience understands that the fight led to fear. The next shot, however, shows discontinuity as we now see a large black monolith appear amongst the apes' habitat. The audience is now questioning this discontinuity. Roger Ebert writes that here the audience asks, "What's the big black monolith? Where did it come from, and who put it there?" None of these questions are immediately answered, and therefore the editing was discontinuous. We then see an ape learning to use a bone as a weapon as he destroys a skeleton. This leads into a shot of the monkey eating meat, and the audience can infer that the monkey used his newfound knowledge to go hunting for food. We then see the monkeys use the same bone to win back the watering hole from the rival tribe. Continuity editing is used in these sequences. The monolith creates an idea in the monkey, cut to the monkey learning to use a bone as a weapon, cut to the monkey using the bone as a weapon for hunting, cut to the monkey using the bone to fight his enemies. All these scenes play into one another in a coherent sequence. The next section, however, returns to discontinuity. The monkey tosses the bone in the air, and the bone becomes a space shuttle, jumping forward in time a few million years. While there is discontinuity in these shots, given the transformation of a bone to a rocket and the large time gap, there is continuity in the meaning. This shot represents all of evolution, the bone representing the beginning of technology, and the spaceship representing the newest technology. This single shot, while discontinuous and sometimes confusing for the audience, represents man and his evolution, as well as the evolution of technology. The final shot of the opening sequence, where the bone becomes a spaceship, is a type of editing called graphic match cut. This cut occurs when an object's shape, color, or texture matches the edit, creating continuity. The bone is similar shape and size as the spaceship, creating continuity between the two objects, despite the discontinuity from the time jump and setting change. A graphic match cut is also seen in the film Lawrence of Arabia, where a shot of a character holding a match turns into a shot of a sunrise. While each shot has a widely different setting and context, the colors of the match directly correlate with the sunrise, creating continuity.